participant privacy and vendor view. Only the last 4 digits of a client's social security numbers are displayed. Vendors can only see information on participants for the time that they are serving the participant. Vendors cannot see services of other vendors serving their participant. In other words, if there are 2 vendors providing services to the same participant, each vendor will only see their services and their information. Each vendor view user must have their unique user ID and password. To become a vendor view vendor, you must first complete the vendor view enrollment form. You will receive this form from the waiver agency. Once you complete it and fax it back to them, they'll process the information on their end, in which case this will trigger a Welcome to Vendor View email to be sent to you. In this email will be a vendor view user guide attachment, along with the link in order to get to vendor view. If clicking on the link in the email does not work, you can always copy this link and then put it into your browser address bar and go from there. Also in this email will be your user ID, in other words your login ID, and in most cases this is your last name and first initial. And for the first time logging in, you will use your temporary password, and this would be the password that you completed on the vendor view enrollment form. Upon logging into vendor view for the very first time, we recommend that you go to the Change Password tab and change a password. Also, if you are a vendor view user for more than one waiver agency, you are able to log in with the same user ID and password. You will be prompted for your user ID and password. The password will be the same temporary password you completed on the vendor view enrollment form. Never click the box that says Remember My Password. Once the system recognizes your user ID and password, the Agent Selector screen is displayed for vendors. If you are a vendor using vendor view in conjunction with more than one agent, a drop-down list of agents will appear. The vendor user will select the appropriate agent from the drop-down list, and if the correct default agent and vendor names are displayed, user can simply click Next to continue. For this demo, we're Test Demo Agent, and the vendor will be Able Home Care. Click the Next button. You are successfully logged in. Notice the vendor name, Able Home Care, the agent Test Demo Agent, and it defaults to bringing you to the Notices tab because that is the most important tab in vendor view. In this demo, we are going to cover how to change a password. As a new vendor view vendor, you will receive an enrollment form from the waiver agent. On this form, there is an area in which you choose a temporary password. Once you have obtained your user ID, which is really your login ID for vendor view, from the waiver agent, you can log into vendor view using the password you chose on the enrollment form. We recommend that upon logging in the first time, you go to the Change Password tab and change a password. Simply type in your new password in each of the password boxes. Vendor view does not allow passwords that begin with a number, and we highly recommend not using a password that is the word password or your first or last name. Once you have typed in your new password, click the Submit button. Notice that it says Password Successfully Changed. If you are ever unable to log into vendor view, contact the waiver agent and they can reset the password for you.